Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we start today's video, which is about Edward, our main animal on the channel, we are going to talk about that I hit 500 subscribers thanks to each and every one of you guys. So I want to say thank you before we do this. Hopefully the next 500 will come a lot faster, and at 1,000 we can be monetized and hopefully I can put more money into each video. Without further ado, we've kind of made a little series out of feeding Edward his different size mice when he gets big enough to do that. And today he's moving up to hoppers. We'll take one out right here so you guys can see how big they are. This is gonna be a very big step compared to fuzzies. I'll take a fuzzy out for you guys as well. He's been on these fuzzies for a while now. I'm not exactly sure how long. I'll put that in the video right now because we have a video of that. So that's a good little record for us. But the fuzzies are only this big. So, whoops, there's both of them. That is a big size up, but as you can see, this isn't a ton thicker than the fuzzy, which is very important. So earlier today, I actually took Edward out of his tank and I put this next to him to get an idea of the width of him versus the width of this mouse, just to make sure it's not too big. And this mouse is about the same width as Edward, maybe a tiny bit wider, but for a milk snake, that's completely fine. So we're gonna go ahead, get this thing ready. I'll show you how we do that, and then we're gonna feed him. So first things first, we gotta heat up some water. We don't wanna put the mouse in the microwave, obviously, because the microwaves make certain spots really hot and also cook it, which we don't want. We want a raw mouse just like you would have in the wild. So we're gonna fill up this coffee mug, our Area 51 mug that we always use for this, just about 3/4 of the way, as you can see. We're gonna stick it in the microwave. I think I've showed this before too. We'll show just again, just for people. We're gonna put 45 seconds, start that baby up. After 45 seconds, we're gonna open this guy, put him in. We're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes and then we feed it to him. Okay, so this is done now. This is warm, but not like it's gonna burn you. You don't want it to be way too hot because then obviously the mouse will get too hot. But we do need to thaw this thing, so we're gonna stick it in here, just drop it in just like that. We're gonna count for 10 minutes. I'll put a timer on. And then once this thing is ready, I'll come back to you guys and we'll show you how we feed him.
3 days later.
So our 10 minutes is up and he is thawed out here, but he's obviously covered in water. So we're gonna take out as much of this water as we can without him falling out into the sink first. And then once that's pretty much completely drained like that, we're gonna grab some paper towels. And once we have these, we'll just wrap them up some because a lot of this water is gonna come through. So we're gonna pour them out right onto those paper towels and just kind of cover it like this. And just apply a tiny bit of pressure. Obviously, you don't want to squeeze it too hard. We're just trying to get him as dry as possible because I have aspen fiber in the tank. And if he ingests that aspen fiber, that's not good for his digestive tract and all that. So that's the reason we're drying him off. Some people actually take their snakes out of their enclosure and put them in a tub or something to feed them in there. I don't like doing that. I want him to feel as comfortable as possible in his own enclosure while he eats. So that is why we dry this off. And also try to feed him up on some of the cork bark or something that's not gonna catch that aspen fiber as much. So we're gonna do that. As you can see, it pretty much soaked this whole thing through. So we're gonna get one more. Basically just doing the exact same thing one more time. And for this one, we will just wrap him up and we'll go ahead and take him to my room and feed Edward. Okay, so we're in my room. We got him, he's pretty much completely dry. We're gonna stick him right here. I think Edward is in his humidity box, which actually isn't humid right now. Oh, he's not. Where did he go? Well, now we have to do our little search and find him. Oh, he's right here. Okay, here, let me give the camera real quick just to get a view of him. He is inside there. You can see his nose right there. I'm gonna give Abzar back the camera. We're gonna see if we can coax him out of here with this little mouse because he'll definitely smell it. Oh, there he is. Come on. Try to get him to come all the way out as much as possible so y'all can see. I don't want him just to pull back in there and then have y'all not see any of his feeding. I'll support him a little bit. Oh, go. No, not my finger, please. You can see how much he relies on smell versus sight. It's pretty crazy. Like, look at him. You don't even see it. This way, look, catch your attention. You can even see his tongue turn to one side while he's trying to smell it. Ooh, maybe jump. There he goes, he's gonna pull it back in. We'll just let him pull it back in. I think I'll be able to get a decent shot from this angle, maybe. If not, that's him eating. I hope he doesn't take it all the way in while he's feeding. with his first ever hopper mouse. As I was mentioning before, the fuzzies he was eating were definitely getting too small. Like, you couldn't even see a lump in his body at all. And actually, surprisingly, he took that hopper a lot better than I thought he would. Took him a lot less time to eat it than did his first fuzzy. So that's a good sign. He was definitely ready to move up, even though it was probably 1 1/10 maybe the size of his body. So a little bit thicker than he is wide, but I think he definitely took it like a champ, and he'll definitely be full for at least like another 2 weeks now. And that is about it for today's video, you guys. I had to come back out to the kitchen for the better lighting because it's really bad in there and it's really dark. That's why I had to put all those lights just to get those shots of Edward. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below, hit the subscribe red rectangle, hit the bell next to it. Thank you, Edward, for getting us to 500 subs. We know it's all on his shoulders. He is carrying the team. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you next time. Okay, and I forgot to mention, when we get to 1,000 subs, I have some special things planned. Maybe a new snake, maybe some merch, so make sure you tell your friends, subscribe to Aaron Ryan's on YouTube, and I'll see you there. Have a good one.